I heard this saying today from Tony Robbins, and most people know Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins. I am not your guru, type of stuff going on right there. But he was saying that most people underestimate what they can do in a year, or overestimate. Excuse me. Most people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in a decade. And, I feel like I've heard that saying before here and there, but, this is the first time, not first time, but you know how sometimes you hear things and then all of a sudden it stick with you, and I think maybe I'm feeling that way because I'm just, analyzing where I'm at my first year after starting my business. So, basically the end of June, kind of the middle of July, end of July, really. It marks the first year of my business that I went full time, that I actually, decided to leave my job teaching and go full time into my business. And, I'm looking at what I did over this year and how I made out. And, it's not like I killed it. You know what I mean? I didn't kill it, but I actually did a pretty good job for being all on my own. You know what I'm saying? And there's been struggles in that, man. There's been some trials and some tribulations that came along with it. But, yeah, man, for being all on my own, man, it's I didn't set the world on fire, but I also did a pretty good job, and I was actually pretty proud of myself, man, when I, kind of sat back and looked at it. And, one of the encouraging things is that, it can only go up from here. It's it kind of took a while for me to kind of, find that groove and develop that niche and get it down. And, now it's starting to look like that's where, what I have, I'm starting to see, quote unquote, that light at the end of the tunnel, you know what I mean? Because it's I can see, I had to be in the game is what I'm saying. I had to be in the game, to really learn all of these, unforeseen, situations that I would have to, kind of push through, and setbacks that I would have to, overcome. So for sure, being in the game full time, definitely helped with that learning curve. But then again, there's probably a lot of mistakes that, I probably could have avoided, but it is what it is. I'm glad that I made it. And like I said, I didn't set the world on fire, man, but for just being me, for just doing what I'm doing, I did a pretty damn good job. So, looking forward, I'm pretty excited. And going back to the quote about how people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in a decade, I guess that kind of hit home for me right now because, like I said, I'm kind of in my year-end review where I'm looking at, what I did over this past year. And, looking at what I did over this past year, and it wasn't what I wanted to get. It wasn't, where I thought I could be or where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? I fell short of the mark. I fell short of the goal. But I'm still pushing towards it. But, that's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? So in that year that's passed, I didn't do what I wanted to do, right? I didn't hit the goals that I wanted to hit. And, I think that it's an important moment to kind of sit back and look at it right now and say, okay, that's what happened. But maybe it's because hey, you might have overestimated what you could do in a year. And I'm not going to lie, man, I set the goals pretty high, yo. It wasn't if I'm telling somebody else, man, they'd be like, man, that shit ain't realistic. But, it is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I just, maybe I did overestimate what I could do in a year, you know what I'm saying? But I shouldn't underestimate what I could do in a decade. And when you kind of look at it like that, man, it kind of gives you a whole, new perspective on things, right? It's okay, I didn't get what I wanted to get this year, but, I'm in this game for the long haul, right? Or I'm in this lifestyle for the long haul, right? This is what I do. This is who I am. This is how I'm running it from now on out. You know what I'm saying? And, I guess the name of the game is to keep pushing forward, right? The name of the game is to keep pushing forward because, you don't know what could pop off, I guess this upcoming year. So, trying to stay focused and trying to stay humble and also trying to stay grateful. And I think that's one of the big things to take away from this too, is that, even though I didn't hit those goals that I had set for myself, I'm still grateful that, I actually went for it, man. I actually took a chance. I'm grateful for the people that I have in my life, man, who've helped me, who supported me, man, because let me tell you something, bro, like this stuff is not easy, man. And, you got to have some strong people around you, especially people who are closest to you. So I'm super thankful for that, man, that, those people are in my life, man. And, without them, I don't know, shit just be looking different. But right now I'm grateful that I have them. I'm grateful that I get to spend time with them. I'm grateful that, that they believe in me, man, that they can see the vision. And I'm grateful that I can express that to them. So, this is just kind of something that was on my mind, man. I kind of heard that quote today and I was like, let me kind of speak on that topic because, that's like right where I'm at right now in my life, where I'm just kind of like looking back at my year in review. So, for all my, entrepreneurs out there, people who took that leap and, you starting your own business, or you just decided that you want to start your own business and, you don't want to, work for anybody else, man. It's all good, man. You don't have to, bro. It's a lot to learn, though. It is a lot to learn, man. And you got to be willing and ready for it, man. And know that, there's a payoff in it, there's going to be something on the other side. So yeah, man. So, that's going to kind of be some more of my content, actually, that I'm going to be posting on my YouTube now. I'm going to really start getting onto the business side of things, of the photo and the video game, and some of the strategies that I've been using and what I've been doing these days that's been kind of helping me out, and some of the paths and visions that I see to be able to take it and scale it and bring it to another level. So that's it for me today, man. But I just kind of wanted to share that thought with y'all, man. So you might overestimate what you could do in a year, but don't underestimate what you can do in a decade, right? Think about it. You're playing the long game, man. We in it for the long haul, So yeah, that's about it, man. So until next time, people, I'm out. Peace.